Hi guys, once again I have to start this video second time because the previous time there was some error with the internet connection. But anyways, it's Annette here directly from Riga office in Latvia, and today I wanted to talk about one of the rules I learned 4 years ago. Let me ask you a question firstly. Have you ever thought how much money you would be able to save if, for example, for 1 week you would take your lunch with you made at home, so homemade food? Or how much money you would be able to save if, for example, you're not drinking coffee from the coffee shops, but you make coffee at home and, on the way to your job, you're drinking from the, your reusable coffee cup. A lot of people don't know how much money they spend on these kind of things. And when I ask people how much money they have spent last month, they straight away answer to me, well, equally to what I have earned. So let's say they earn 1,000, they spend 1,000. They earn 2,000, they spend 2,000. But is this the right way to control your money? Is this the way for you to analyze your own money? I would say no, because 2016, when I lost my job and I had my one income coming in every month, and I knew that there will be another salary coming in a month's time, I was not worried how much and where I'm spending my money, which is wrong. You always have to control your expenses, and that's the rule of the 8 rules of Private Investor, which I had to learn and make this as a habit for quite some time. So it's how to say, before, if we want to increase our financial level, if we want to create a better situation with our money, then we have to make this habit of control, to control our money, our expenses on a daily basis. Because a lot of people, they know how much money they have spent in a month's time, but they have no idea how much money they have spent on specific things such as transport, food, unexpected things, the bills, maybe some, I don't know, some charity for your health. They don't know. Most of the people don't know. They just know how much they spend per month. But you see, you have to, if you want to become successful and you want to increase your kind of level of the living, you have to make a different, let's say, you have to create different habits. And one of the habits would be to go in your bank account every day before you go to sleep and do write down all your expenses you have spent on that day. And it might be difficult at the beginning. For me, it took, I think, quite some time, 2 to 3 months, to make this as a habit, to write down all my expenses at the end of the day. I didn't do it. Sometimes I forgot about it for a few days or for a week. And then I had to remember all my paid things, for the last 7 days. And it's very difficult to remember things that you might paid from with your cash, right? And sometimes you don't take the receipts with you. It's easy, obviously, to check your bank account, the online banking statement, to see where you have spent your money. But if you haven't done that, if you have spent with paid for your expenses with your cash, then it will be difficult to remember it 7 days later. So I would highly recommend for you to start control your expenses from today. Yes, it's already 11th of March, but you still can do it. Don't wait for tomorrow or for the next month to start doing it. Do it from today. How you can do it? Well, there are 2 ways or 3 ways. Either you take your hand paper and a pen and write it in your notebook, or, for example, you can use the Excel sheet and create, your your file on your computer. And what you need to write in this sheet is as follows. So you can, so what you need to do here, you write your expenses. So what are the expenses that you might have on that month, in that month. So let's say you have food, you have transport, you might have, I don't know, bills, of course. Then you have food outside, or you can write restaurants. You might have unexpected expenses and so on. So write down everything you might have in your expenses. And then what you need to do, as I said, you have to control your expenses every day. So you need to have the sheet for the entire month. Day 1, day 2, day 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And write down before you go to sleep, how much money you spent on the food that day. So take all your checks, receipts, and go into your banking account and see how much money you have spent for your food. So you do write down here, for example, 20. For the transport, well, check how much you spent for the car, let's say for the petrol if you use petrol, or let's say if you use public transport, so how much money per day on that day you have spent on the public transport. So let's say 10 euros. The bills, beginning of the month, you might had, 200 euros. Food, you filled up your fridge, 50 euros. Unexpected expenses, for example, it might 0. Yeah, so you do it every day before you go to sleep. And what I would recommend for you is to start analyzing your expenses, not at the end of the month. Start analyzing your expenses after 1 week. Okay, so if you know your budget, how much money you want to spend on each segment, if you could call it, because you need to plan your budget and know how much money you want to spend on each of these, how much you want to spend for bills, transport, food, the restaurants and unexpected things. You need to have the budget, and after 1 week you can see how much you're close to your budget. And then obviously you will have the total here per week. Let's say you will have 1,000 here, whatever pounds, dollars, or whatever it is, 1,000. Then you have to look into your budget and think, okay, I have overspent my money in food and restaurants. Let's say you're not going to go and buy coffees anymore in a coffee shop, or you're not going to go to the restaurant anymore because you have overspent this money in the first week already. So unfortunately, for the next 3 weeks, you might need to go and eat at home, okay? Which is not a bad thing because, you can be more healthier. And then at the end of the month, you need to analyze your financial expense situation and figure out what, how you are using your money, where you're spending your money, and where could you possibly spend less money the following month. Okay, if you don't have this control, and if you don't know where you're spending your money, then how do you expect to increase your financial situation or make it a better situation? You definitely have to have this control. Same as like in any business, there are the accountants that are looking after the company's expenses and incomes and where they are spending money and how they are spending the money. Imagine that the business wouldn't have this expense control. The business wouldn't grow, right? Sometimes the business could go probably in a bankruptcy. So same as yourself, you have to start with your private financial analytics. You have to see how and where you're spending the money. You don't need even the business. This is your training. Start training yourself, and then if you decide to create a business, then you will know how to do it in some way. And yeah, do it for every day. If you have to put the reminder before you go to sleep. Put all the things in the Excel sheet, and then in 2-3 months you might not need the reminder anymore because it will become a habit. You have to break through this habit and and create this as a normal thing for you. So, before you go to sleep, if you haven't done it, you wouldn't be able to sleep. So this would be oh my God, I must do it, same as you have to brush your teeth before you go to sleep, same way you have to, put all the expenses in the expense sheet. And believe me, a lot of people are doing, all the successful people are doing it. They know, where their money has gone, right? They are going to online banking and they're checking their banking accounts. I know a lot of people these days don't want to see their banking account, but this is must. If you want to increase your level of living, if you want to increase your financial situation, then this is the rule number one. I think personally, every person should do, whoever has the money flow coming in every month. I wish I knew this kind of thing when I was 18, because I would be able to probably use my money a bit wiser and smarter, and make my money to work for me. Because once you start analyzing your expenses, and the moment you know where you can save your money, then there is a next rule, which I will share another time, is called 10%, and 10% which you have to use for yourself, invest in yourself, or invest in the places where the money can work for you. So you would increase your you would add another maybe income stream to the one that you have today. Definitely follow this rule. Start from today. If you want me to share with you the Excel sheet which I'm using, just comment below and I will be able to send you privately the Excel sheet. And all you have to do is to start putting the numbers in. All the formulas are there. You won't need to think what you need to calculate with what, even though it's everything like a plus. And yeah, so let me know if this helped you. Share this video if you think someone can benefit from this. But yeah guys, this is the little simple baby step that can lead you to the financial a better financial situation. All right, enjoy your evening. I hope you had a great day, and see you very soon. Bye bye.